video we're going to actually kind of talk through using a program known as OnShape. And OnShape, specifically what we're going to kind of target for today's video is in the scenario that I have here, I have a 3D printer that only fits certain size prints. This particular frame is actually too large for my current print bed. And so what I need to do is I actually need to splice this, or slice it in half. And from there, I can then take it and add what's called joints. And those joints then will have a male end, a female end. And so when you assemble it, right, after you've printed it, and you've prepped it, and you've done all your work, it adds some stability to those joints. I've actually done a previous video on a different piece of software. This one specifically is going to kind of talk through on how you can use OnShape to kind of tackle that same process. And you'll see, right, here's a little bit more complex design where it's a frame that I 3D modeled. And again, like I said, it's too large to print on the actual printer that I have. And so in my case, I have to slice this. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So what I've actually done is you're going to select the part itself down here. You'll notice I have actually the front and the right hidden. I'm going to actually unhide those so that we can kind of see those planes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come up here at the top and we're going to select split. Okay, from there we're going to then see that, okay, the part that we're going to be splitting is of course our frame. And what do we want to use to split with? In this case, we're going to use one of the view planes, which is why I unhid those view planes. So we're going to click Entry to Split With. We're going to select the plane we want to use. In our case, it's that front view. This is then going to cut right along the center axis point here, creating a top and a bottom frame piece. From there, I'm going to hit OK. And now you will notice down here we actually have two parts. Again, one top, one bottom. What I'm going to do, just so we don't get confused, is we're going to actually rename this bottom one, and we're going to add the word bottom. And then for the top, we're going to do something similar, except for we're going to add the word top. So same thing, rename. We're going to add top to this, so it's very clear which piece I am working on. Next, what we're going to actually do is we're going to only work on one side at a time, and we're going to create a sketch plane that sits between these two, top and bottom, right? So that we'll start with, let's just hide the bottom frame here. So you can kind of see now we're working on this top plane. We're going to create a new sketch plane, and we want this sketch plane to be right here. This plane now goes across the entire bottom of this top piece. And from there we're going to go up here. We are going to select what shape we want to use. In our case, we're going to use a center rectangle. And let's go ahead and bring this to the front so that we can get a very clear mark. What I'm going to do is kind of take the most central point. We're going to draw a square kind of in here. And we'll just use a 7 by 7. That seems to be about a good kind of a good size. We'll then kind of take a center point of this plane here and do the same thing. We'll make a 7 by 7 square. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do actually the same thing over here. And what I'm going to try to do is see if I can't maybe even get it so that it's on the same plane, so that when I draw that square, it kind of aligns. And again, we're going to do a 7 by 7. So we've already got a 7 by 7. We don't know what happened there. There we go. And we're going to do this, and do the same thing. We're going to kind of grab that center point, and again do a 7 by 7. Okay, so now that we've got kind of our squares drawn in, what we're going to do is we're going to actually extract or extrude one square on each side and then cut away the opposite side. And the purpose of that again is to add some strength to those joints. So I'm going to actually go ahead and select, in this case we'll select the bottom and we'll do the top, and we're going to extrude those out. So we're going to hit extrude. Excuse me. I'm going to actually change kind of the angle so you can kind of see how this is extruding out. Let's go 10 millimeters in this case. So you'll see both of these have now extruded out from that top piece. We're going to hit OK on that one, or the check mark on that. We're going to actually unhide our view, and now we're going to go ahead and select the other squares. So this square and this square over here. Make sure you get the actual square. And then what we're going to do is kind of do the same thing. We're going to hit extrude, except for this time we're going to do remove. And you'll notice now it's actually cutting into the part. So same thing, we're going to go 10 millimeters. And you'll notice both pieces have actually cut now inwards. And we're going to go ahead and hit check on that. So now, to get the opposite side, right, so that it fits in to its corresponding part, we are now going to change our view. So we're going to actually make the bottom frame visible, hide the top frame. We're going to now flip this over to the back side so we can see what we're working with here. A couple ways to do that. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and do the exact same thing we just did, except for one thing I do need to look at real quick is figure out which one's where. So we need to make this one extrude in our case. So we're going to hide this, unhide this. We're going to cut this one away, and we're going to cut this one away. So those are extruding in. So again, we're going to do our extrude. We're going to go remove, and rather than going out this time or cutting away this direction, we want to flip this. So we actually want to go inside the opposite plane. Alright, so we're going to go back to a 10 millimeter here. We're going to hit OK on that, and now we're going to select our other square. So same thing. We're going to extrude those out. Again, flip it so it's going the correct direction. Put this at 10, and you will now see, once we hit check here, if I go to kind of this view, you'll see the extruding piece on each side. And so if we hide the one side and unhide the other, you should notice how the corresponding pieces then intersect with each other. And so that is how you create joints after you slice something in half that you eventually then will, when you start assembling it and putting it together, you're going to have a much stronger joint piece. Still put some glue on these, obviously, but that's going to create a much more cohesive piece, and hopefully it'll be a lot more stable when you assemble that. So thanks for joining us. Hopefully this helps. Make sure you give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more content. I appreciate it. Have a good day.